So what'd you do today, honey?
I went on a hike. What did you do today?
Well, I did Angel's Landing, but you did something that you haven't done in about a month and a half.
Oh, I drove the truck.
Yeah.
Like down the street.
Somebody hasn't literally driven in about a month and a half. So anyways, I just wanted to throw this in there really quick. Just a quick kind of talk about Angel's Landing and just like some tips, tricks, that kind of a deal. So the trail itself, everybody says I'm going to go hike Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing is actually a small trail that's only a half-mile long, and you actually have to take the West Rim Trail up to it. Now the West Rim Trail continues on past Angel's Landing, but so it's a 2.5 mile hike each way, and 2 miles of that is the West Rim Trail, not Angel's Landing. Angel's Landing just kind of starts off from technically kind of Scouts Landing or whatever, and then heads over. And again, it's only a half mile. West Rim Trail is 2 miles long. So the majority of the time that you're doing Angel's Landing, you're actually on the West Rim Trail. So you get off on the Grotto, you take the bus up there, get off at the Grotto, you go across the bridge, you can kind of go right or left. You go across the street first, then across this little bridge over the river, and you can go right or left. To the right is the West Rim Trail, which again you take up, and then you take Angel's Landing. Or the left is the Cayente Trail, which we actually took as well. We've got another video of that. That's a good trail too. It takes you up through the middle and upper emerald pools, which at least this time of year we're not emerald. This is kind of this murky water. Anyways, so that's kind of the trail itself. That's kind of breaks it down. So West Rim Trail to Angels, and then you just come back. So the hike itself, I hear a lot of people say like, I could never do it, yada-da-da-da, and all that. I mean, when I was on the hike, first of all, I'm not an avid hiker. I wish I was. This is like my first real like hike. Everything else I've been on has been more like trails, paths. I mean, they're hikes, but they're nothing like this. But I saw people carrying a toddler on their back. I saw people 60, 70 years old doing it without a problem. Maybe not without a problem, but they did it. I've heard of young kids doing it. Not that I recommend all this, but if you have the will, you can do it. Now there's kind of two things to that too. You can't be afraid of heights, and you cannot be afraid of chipmunks. The last one sounds weird. First one, heights. Obviously when you're walking up the actual Angel's Landing part, well actually all of it, the West Rim Trail, you're on a lot of kind of cliff edges. Basically it's nice paved paths. So the West Rim Trail goes up to it. There's lots of switchbacks. I mean, you're going a huge elevation change, but it's all paved paths. But it is all uphill, like 100% uphill, except for one small section where you're kind of in this canyon, which you'll see in the video later on. So Angel's Landing and West Rim Trail, both of them, really shouldn't be afraid of heights if you're going on there, because there are steep drop-offs, especially on Angel's Landing. The chipmunks. There are lots of chipmunks once you get towards the top of the West Rim Trail, where Angel's Landing starts, and also through Angel's Landing. So I saw a lot of people like screaming and like, oh my god, chipmunks, oh, it's on me, oh! They will try and get any food that you have. They are not shy. Like, I was sitting there eating a Dorito and I had my hand like resting on my leg, and one climbed up on my leg and grabbed the Dorito. Well, tried to. He grabbed it, but then I like just kind of picked up my hand and, he went away, kind of a deal. So, but I saw one walking on some guy's head while he was laying there. And I mean, they're all over the place. The chipmunks are not shy. They're going to come for food if you have food and all that kind of a deal. So you can't be afraid of chipmunks, just to be honest. They're not mean. They don't bite or anything that I know of. But they will climb on you to try and get food and that kind of stuff, like while you're sitting there at the end of Angels or before you start Angels. Just be aware of it. They're there. Don't flip out. and like try and run away from them and push somebody off the edge is what I'm getting at. So heights, chipmunks, don't be afraid of them. The chains on Angel's Landing. Everybody's like, oh my God, you got to hold on to chains. They're there more of a safety net. I mean, there's really no point where you like absolutely need those chains like to get up or down or anything. But they are there, hold on to them. They are there for your safety. You know, just hold on and kind of chain etiquette. Don't yank on the chains and put a ton of weight on the chains when you really don't need it. Somebody else is holding onto that chain. It's a long stretch. So if you yank on it and they're holding on to it, it's yanking their arm too. So just kind of be aware of that. You know, hold on to them, use them when you need them, but don't like really yank and pull really hard on them for no reason. On Angel's Landing, going up versus coming back down. Going up, you don't notice it as much because you're kind of staring at the rock in front of you as you're going up Angel's Landing. Going down, it really feels like you're climbing down. So again, the heights. If you're afraid of heights, this is not for you. But again, you know, people with a lot of abilities can take the hike. Well, I saw them taking the hike anyways. And like I said, I'm not in shape. When you watch the video, you're going to hear me panning the whole time. Because again, I'm not in shape. So just kind of keep that in mind. If you're afraid of heights, you know, especially coming back down from Angels, it's going to be a problem. So how long does it take? It depends on the season is the biggest thing with that. Time-wise, I went in the off-season. It wasn't busy. And I went in the morning. You want to get there as early as possible. The buses start running at 7, so you can get into Zion before then. Get on the bus, take the bus there, like right at 7 o'clock. You want to be an early bird on this one. You know, once like 11 o'clock noon hits, it starts to get pretty busy, even in the off-season. So you want to get there early. But anyways, for my times, I wrote my times down like on my arm. People think it's probably weird, like why didn't you just use your phone or something? I don't know. I had a pen, so I wrote them on my arm. But it took me 54 minutes to do the West Rim Trail from basically the start of the bridge up to the point of where Angel's Landing starts. So you're looking about an hour for the West Rim. I didn't take a lot of breaks. I didn't go fast. It was just kind of a nice steady walk up. You know, I probably stopped a couple of times for maybe a minute or two tops. Took a few pictures here and there. Angel's Landing, going from the start of Angels to the top, took me about 42 minutes. Now this is the time that's really going to vary, because if you get a lot of people there, I mean, you could wait a half an hour before you move on a section of the chain. The longest I think I waited was like maybe 5 minutes. Again, it was slow and I went pretty early. So then I hung out in Angel's Landing for about a half an hour. And then it took me 34 minutes to get from the top of Angel's Landing to basically the kind of the top of the West Rim Trail, what I call it. Again, the West Rim Trail continues on past that point. But and then to get down from there, it took me another, I think it was about 50 minutes. So just shy of what it took me to get up the West Rim Trail to get down the West Rim Trail. So it took me about, 3-4 hours, which is about what they say it'll take. But again, if you go when it's busy, it's going to take you a lot longer because you've got to wait on those sections of the chains. And like I said, the chains don't run that whole Angel's Landing trail. They're just in certain sections. So kind of when to do it, like I said, do it in the morning. The best you can. Later in the afternoon might work too. I'm not sure how busy it is. But that kind of like midday, prime day is not the time to do it. It does get busy. I would do it early in the morning or maybe a little later in the afternoon. So, and again, in the summertime, when they're busy at Zion, probably not the best time either. If you come more in the off season, is a lot better time to do it. We came late fall, so you saw a lot of the leaves changing and stuff too, which was really cool. Great time to do it, really. And it's not too hot, not too cold, that kind of a deal too. Just some tips for the hike. Plan ahead with some snacks and that kind of stuff. Like I kind of went last minute because there was a forest fire a couple hours north. So I kind of was like, we actually hiked the Cayente Trail the day before. It was really smoky. It's like, there's no wind today. I'm going because I was worried about not being able to do it. So I didn't really have any snacks or lunch or anything packed. I threw some Doritos in a bag and had a couple pieces of chocolate with me. That was about it. You know, pack some beef jerky or a sandwich or something. When you get to the top of Angel's Landing, there's a big area where you can sit down, have a snack, have a lunch. It's a great area to do that in, and just enjoy the views. So I would pack something to eat, but also a tip, kind of keep it small. Try to pack light. I had a small backpack on. It wasn't that bad, but there was some spots climbing up and down where I was kind of like, I wish I didn't have a pack at all. You're going to need to carry something probably, but just, you know, try to pack light. You know, people with these huge bags, I mean, it's a couple hour hike. You don't need a huge bag. My bag got bigger throughout the day because I shedded layers because it was cold in the morning. It was like 40 degrees and it got up to about 70. So I had that big temperature change, so I shedded layers. So that kind of all packed into my bag. Wear comfortable shoes. Make sure they're not like a slippery shoe. There are a couple spots where there's a little bit of sand on the rock and that gets really slippery. So comfortable shoes. You're going to be walking uphill and downhill a lot. It's really steep. So just take that into consideration. Water bladder. I went out and bought a water bladder after I did this hike because of this. I didn't drink a lot of water. When you're on Angel's Landing, that kind of stuff, you're holding on to chains, you're waiting, that kind of a deal. You don't want to take off your bag and shift stuff. So having my water bottle in my bag, it's got like a little pouch on the side that it goes into. I didn't drink a lot of water because I couldn't really reach it. I had to take my bag off to get to it. It wasn't easy. So having a water bladder, like a Camelback, definitely a good idea because then you got the little nozzle, you can just kind of sip out of it. It works out a lot easier. So comfortable shoes, water bladder, snacks or a lunch or something like that, and also pack light. So just going on about this video, that's kind of about the hike. Again, if you have questions or anything, let me know. Throw them in the comments below, that kind of a deal. About this video, it's a long video. The hike itself, where I did Angel's Landing, from the start of it to the top, is just straight, basically unedited video. I didn't cut anything out. I didn't add music or anything like that, so you can just see what the actual whole hike is like. Basically from the start to the very top. That way you can see the whole thing. It's a long video. Again, this whole video is long. It's over an hour. And I'm adding to it right now, rambling on and on. So coming down as well, all unedited, but my GoPro died about 5 to 10 minutes before I was at the end. So the end of it coming down is cut off. And you can kind of see while I'm climbing up, all you're kind of seeing is rock face. When I'm climbing down, you're seeing everything. Again, if you're afraid of heights, this isn't really for you. Also, I wanted to apologize ahead of time because I'm not adding music and stuff because of the length of the video of it and everything too. You're going to just hear dumb conversations and me saying hi to everybody and everything else. You can put it on mute if you want or whatever if you don't want to hear stupid conversations. But like I said, it's unedited, so you can see the actual whole hike of Angel's Landing. The West Rim Trail, I added it up. I just did a couple quick shots of it. But Angel's Landing is unedited. You're going to also hear me panning the entire time. Again, I'm not in shape. I did the hike without, you know, ever feeling uncomfortable or anything like that. But I'm not in shape, so you're going to hear me just the whole time. Again, I'm sorry ahead of time. I didn't want to try and plug in 45 minutes of music. So that's about it. We're going to continue on to my day at Angel's Landing. It's the rest of this video. Like I said, it is long. I'm going to put times in the description so you can skip ahead to where Angel's Landing starts. I'll put a time in for the Walters Wiggles, which is one of the switchbacks that go way up. And also like coming down, that kind of stuff. So I'll put some times in there if you want to skip around, skip around. And like I said before too, comments, questions, concerns, put them down below. And thanks for watching. Alright, so I'm getting ready to go to Angel's Landing. I'm going to try to do the hike as long as the smoke isn't bad. Most people like pack bananas and that kind of, I don't know, apples. I got some Doritos, some chocolate, and some fruit snacks. We're going all out for this. I'm going to do some stretching just to limber up because that's like number 3 of the Zombieland rules or whatever it is. You got to limber up. And then we're going to get ready to go.
I'll see you in a little bit. So we're hiking Angel's Landing today. Well, just I am. Teresa's too chicken too, plus we really can't bring the toddler on that one. So Angel's Landing, you're going to be hiking along this ridge up to the top point. So this is the one where you hold on to the chains and all that kind of deal. I got here really early. Not really early, but somewhat early. So hopefully the crowds aren't too bad, because it is a 3-day weekend for Veterans Day. So I'm going Sunday morning. Hopefully won't be too bad. We'll see. So that's where we're going. So to get to Angel's Landing is actually a smaller hike. You're going to be on the West Rim Trail. So you get off at the Grotto from the bus, get on the West Rim Trail, you take that up to Scouts Landing, and then actual Angel's Landing hike is from Scouts to like the point. So we're already a little ways up. That was river level, which is about where we started. Down there, you can see where the buses are. I'm already really out of breath. Kept telling myself I was gonna jump rope, do something, jog. Didn't do anything. Definitely be a little prepared. So here's the part with all the switchbacks. You can see people all the way up there. So this whole like cliff face basically just switchbacks back and forth all the way up to Scouts Landing. Again, I've been out of breath for a while. Probably a little more than halfway to Scouts Landing. This is my first like break. I gotta really catch my breath. Wow. When they say uphill, they mean uphill. So I finished the first set of switchbacks. Kind of in like a little canyon right now, which is nice because it's a little windy, a little chilly today. So it gives you a little bit of a break. The views have already been gorgeous, just going up those switchbacks. So in that canyon there's like a little hole that you can climb into. It's almost like a little cave.
Can I say what's up to the camera?
Sure.
What's up, people?
You can climb up, look out a little hole.
You want me to take a video of you?
It's pretty cool. Sure.
Say hi to the fans.
Hey guys. Cool, so there's actually some more right up here, you can see. I don't know if I can quite make it up there or not. We're gonna try. since Teresa's not here, we're gonna try. Oh wow, got like a full slot canyon right here. That's cool. Hopefully I won't pull one of those things, you know, where your leg gets stuck and you're here for 3 days or whatever. Whatever that movie was called. Back to the switchbacks. Just every corner. Oh, holy crap. Wow. Every time you turn, you're amazed. This isn't very amazing. Here's the switchbacks. Wow. Whew. Still out of breath, by the way. I hope up there's the top, at least the Scout's Landing. Wow. They've got some cool runoffs for the water, at least. Wow. So I'm at the top of that. Yeah, did I mention I'm out of shape? Holy crap. It's gonna be a good view coming up here. Wow. Wow. I feel like I've hiked up to the sun. It doesn't look like I'm that far off. So I'm at a little stopping point here, kind of starting off where you could go to Scout's Landing or Angel's Landing. So shed in a layer, have a couple Doritos, pack up the camera in a couple minutes, and then head over on Angel's.
Somebody put leaves in my backpack? I did. I threw it out. So they can fly? Yeah, I was like, go get them.
No, it's a team. They know you're scared of it, so they're gonna keep taunting.
No, they just smelled the snacks.
So that's not even Angel's Landing, that's just the view from up there. It's the way to Angel's. Here's the start of the chain, so we're going to pack up the cameras, put the GoPro in my bag, that way we've got hands to actually grab on with.
No, she's I reckon she's gone walking up the top. Should I offer or?
Loser for Sue.
I don't know. Her feet look pretty beat up.
Oh.
As weird as that sounds, but
Yeah.
like she was like asked for a permit with her socks in her hands.
What?
Like, it was so weird. I was like, I don't know if I want to touch that.
Is it worth it? It is terrifying and by far the stupidest thing I've ever done in my life.
But she did.
How's it going? Good. Now these are switchbacks.
It's like the worst place for it too. Exactly. It's not too bad. I mean, it depends where you pitch the busy. Like compared to peak time, it wasn't bad at all.
Get out of the way here, guys.
Which isn't too bad. There's like, oh, absolutely.
So you
Not
go.
for 100. Yeah, like there's like a little section of it that had like a few people on it.
It's getting busy as shit right now.
Yeah, it's getting.
Yeah.
It's starting to get a little bit more crowded. I did this in April. Oh, sorry. In late
Coordination.
April, and it was far busier. It probably took me 2 times the length of time to go.
What? A rich trip. Oh, for you? He's scared of the heights.
Oh, no problem.
It's all good.
Yeah, I feel like they're missing a section here.
There's a few sections, but you don't need them in some of those. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, wow. I thought the first part was bad.
Oh, the place just went over.
Oh, I know. I haven't hit that narrow part yet, have I?
You're getting there. Not even a quarter mile.
See, honey, I'm holding on to the chain. So unfortunately it's starting to get busy too. A lot of people behind me. So coming back down, it's gonna be interesting. All right, I think I go this way, hopefully. This section's a little sandy, which worries me.
How's it going? Good. Yeah. Do I go back down a little bit and go?
Yeah.
And go over? Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Wow.
There's someone rappelling down that yesterday. I was actually coming to see if they were.
Oh wow.
If they were back. If anybody was doing.
That'd be crazy.
Right. And then someone was rappelling down that yesterday too. Far wall over there. Nope. I'm not gonna do that. Nope. Good. Maybe people. Fall in that way. It's just a viewpoint. Oh, the trail's that way? Yeah, sorry. Okay.
No, it's not really marked over there. It wasn't just you guys.
Really nice view.
It is a nice. It's worth. Oh no, you're fine. Which way do you want?
I'm gonna go that way.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yep.
My hands were not to protect you, they were to protect me.
They're to push me up.
After throwing friends off the cliff.
What's your name?
Eric.
Eric Bennett.
Nice to meet you. Although we met a few times already, really, but.
We'll be seeing more of each other.
Yep. Whew. So it's not all chain.
I did this in January. I'm not sure I was telling you, but
No.
you know, so when I drove through in January. Went to the visit. So, oh yeah, you can probably use crampons. I'm like, come on. And then I got up like another 100 feet of vertical. And I needed crampons. I'm like, yeah,
Should have listened.
I'm only going this.
Oh, here's a good one.
I took a photo here.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Oh, we gotta go down too. Up and down.
A little bit of a wave. 6, 5, 5. Sure. You want? Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably not good too.
Wow.
Right over there.
Okay.
And then just start down this road. Yeah. I think it was only like 24.
Only 24. Okay.
Sorry. That was also more like I like the more
Yeah.
Tak? Remember, I don't run out.
Tak.
ma miał więcej. Nie ma na 15, ale jest sobie nie tak na tej stronie. W ogóle zapomniałam. Całkiem. Nie ma takiej ostrej przepaści.
Wow.
Jeszcze jesteśmy jak te koty.
So this is the spine. That's creepy looking down. I'm right there. Wow. How you doing? Good.
Have fun.
Thanks. How's it going, guys?
Great.
Good. Whew. It's like an adult jungle gym right here. Started all the way down by that river.
So cool. Look how small it was.
I almost have service up here too. We got a big group coming down, or?
Like 6 people.
Okay.
I heard the singing group was coming. That's you.
Step back.
Gotta get a better frame. About 7 steps back, you're good.
I wouldn't be surprised. I have a good insurance.
Sorry. Oh, wow. How's it going, guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Someone's happy or just died.
I don't like that.
Maybe we can get to that. That's a solid true fact.
Yes. I'm not misleading anybody.
This isn't uphill both ways, is it?
Kind of. Well, yeah, it depends on how you're feeling, right? I like to feel like that's depending on your anxiety levels. Sorry, I've got holes in my.
It's alright. I pretty much had an ass in my face the whole way here. It wasn't just yours.
Alright. It's gonna look good on camera, though, don't worry.
Yeah. Even doing squats, I can tell.
No, I wore these. I was like, oh, I got big holes in the butt. Oh well. They're comfortable. That's why they got holes, you know?
Exactly.
Well loved. I just refuse to throw any clothes away until I have, like, they're just inappropriate to wear.
That's how I am too. Especially now because I claim I'm retired.
Nice, that's great.
I've got a salt mama right now.
What?
A salt mama. It's like a sugar mama, but she doesn't buy anything.
Oh, nice. That's alright.
We're doing full-time RVing right now. My wife's working on the road, and I'm watching the little one.
That's sweet.
Her 2-year-old. Yeah.
That's sun. That's real nice right there. Chilly.
light, green light.
Red light, yeah. This isn't even bad though.
Instead of a guy walking though, it's a guy holding a chain and a guy not holding a chain.
Yeah, it's just, this is a slow time of year, but I've been here when there's continuous land. Like, it's not.
It'll probably take hours and hours and hours.
There's too many points where you're just sacrificing your speed.
Yeah.
You have to kind of like hug each other.
More for emotional support. Wow. So that's the top right up there though, right?
We get to that point,
And then you kind of walk a little further.
and you're like, but we're getting close. See the top. Just did half dome a couple weeks ago.
Oh, did you?
And that one's crazier. It's more steep. It's a lot shorter.
I want to do the narrows next weekend,
Yeah.
which is easy, but
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
the dry pants are only like $40.
Yeah.
I think it's worth it right now.
But I just don't have to.
Oh wow. They're my hero right now. Yeah.
More cool if you think people can. Oh yeah. I'm the guy. How cool would that be? Maybe I should start telling people that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man.
Shit, it's even higher.
But every hike has that like point where you're at the top.
Yeah, there was one in Tennessee that I even did before, and I took my parents on it, and there was tons of switchbacks. And I'm like, it's right up here. Promise, it's right up here. Said that about 20 times.
Unfactual.
Yeah, halfway there.
You're the worst. You're like at the bottom of the switchbacks.
Yeah.
You're halfway there.
Ale wiesz, nie czujesz tego wchodzenia tutaj, bo idziesz wolno.
Well, that's better. Because then they're at least like half.
You're like, I'm serious.
It's like coming over the top.
That's the second best thing to Summit Canada. Summit Sun. I don't think anything's cool.
Oh, sorry. I need a breather for a sec. Not even there yet. I've said that a lot so far.
I wonder if the panorama is that better if you turn the light at the dark.
Sorry.
You made it this far.
So both sides, gorgeous views.
We were just like, oh, I should have asked Chris to go borrow.
On the way down.
Yeah, view is worth it. You made it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm surprised myself. What? You made it.
Hey man, how you doing?
You made it.
Yeah?
Crazy, huh?
I know. I still gotta, I think, stand on that thing. That's the highest point, isn't it?
Yeah, I just took that picture.
Yeah.
Anthony, sit up.
Made it. 10 o'clock on the dot.
So we hit the top of Angel's Landing. Now it's time to go down. See how going down is. I was going to, but I did. Every time you turn a corner, it's like, I'm there. Shit, I got like another couple hundred feet to go.
I know, that's literally me. You know what? Can you take a picture of us?
Yeah, definitely.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem.
I want to take a picture with this.
Right there.
You want to switch like that?
All right, 1, 2, 3. Let me get one from up. 1, 2. Well, 1, 2, 3. Check those out. See if they're good.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Oh, no problem.
These are so cool. Thank you.
Oh, no problem. Whew. So if it's slippery, definitely wouldn't want to be up here. This section, there's no chain, no nothing, and there's a good slope here. And the other side is just drop off. Whew. Almost there. Here's the chain. Whew, at least it doesn't look that busy right now.
So that's what you're going on. That's a cool view of it. How narrow it is right there.
Russia.
You doing?
Good. Almost there?
Yep, yep. You go up all the way to the point, and then it's like a straight walk after that.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So you're almost done with the chain at least.
Awesome.
No, go ahead.
Okay, thanks.
I'll scoot over. Going down's a little creepier. Yep.
I don't get freaked out right now.
Have you done any other crazy like walks with the GoPro on?
No. This is my first real hike.
Well, I guess like, from the East Coast.
Yeah, you got like the Smoky Mountains and everything, but they're more like kind of paved trails. They're steep. There's some that are difficult and stuff, but nothing like this.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a few that are about half to 3/4 of the way as amazing as this, but this is like the #1 hike in the country, isn't it?
Potentially.
Yeah. Yeah, going down's a lot kind of creepier. Going up, it was like just watching my feet in the chain. Here, it's like you're really seeing, you're seeing those sides. Wish I brought like a scooter or something for those switchbacks, so just take that all the way down. Yeah, those little razors, you know? Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking, like one of those little razor things.
And you like a grappling hook so you don't like eat.
Yeah, little Batman move.
This is definitely the #1 in the park though.
I mean, I'm impressed that like
unquote like regular people will come up here and actually do it.
Yeah,
Who don't
I'm
have
not.
any like climbing.
I'm not an avid hiker or anything either,
Yeah.
and I'm really out of shape. And I've got bad asthma. And I did it.
Summer.
I did it.
Coming
Yeah,
at
I
the right
know.
time of year.
Although the cold this morning was hurting me. I wish I had a mask or something to warm up that air.
Stinging?
Yeah, lungs were freezing up a little.
Party!
Tak. Coś ten desen.
I got a Cliff Bar going for 50.
I got some O2 and stuff.
I actually thought about bringing that. The elevation's not really that high. When we were in New Mexico, we were at like 8,000 or something like that where we were camping at.
Where are we now?
I was taking like ibuprofen around the clock.
What's our elevation now?
It's I think the top's like 5,600 or something like that. I think it's under 6. Yeah.
1,700 meters.
I don't know the conversion.
6970 is what my watch says.
Oh really?
No,
It's that?
steps today. Just kidding.
Altimeter
57.
57.
Yeah, 5,700. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's not a huge elevation. It's like
No.
it's just fast.
You usually start feeling it more like 7,000. Ibuprofen does help though.
I haven't had any between. I've had like 6 and then 10. Like I've never done anything between that.
Yeah. We stayed for 2 weeks at a campground that was just
Like
about
going
8,000, and it was, you were feeling it just going on a walk, and it was like, wow,
Yeah.
like flat pavement. But, I mean, we grew up, the elevation where we grew up was 345 feet above sea level. So it was a little, it wasn't like I was at a couple thousand or something where I grew up, it was a couple hundred.
So how long you been vlogging?
Probably almost a year now, like getting the camper ready, doing like some videos on that kind of deal. And then hit the road, just something to do.
Sure. What your goal?
Keep the mind going.
You just for yourself? Or are you trying to make a little business? Or?
It's just more for myself. I mean, it'd be cool if, you know, I've got like I said, I've only got like 200 followers right now.
Right.
It's nothing big, but it would be cool, but it's not my goal. It was more for family to follow us and that kind of stuff, and
Yeah.
That's a great purpose.
you know,
Well, it's a great reason.
I was like, if it goes into anything, cool, but the chances of that are so small.
I see people that vlog and do social media, and like they have 7 different accounts,
Yeah,
and they must,
I do.
good at it. I could never produce.
Imagine doing that as like a full-time sort of thing.
Well, and there's a whole science behind it with doing, you know, the algorithms and dicking around with all that stuff. You know, I throw videos on YouTube and Facebook, and my wife does a little bit with Instagram, but not much.
Sure.
And we leave it at that.
Backwards climb is great.
We don't want it to like take over our lives, kind of a deal, like some people let it.
Guys are throwing up screens. There should be a gap after our big group.
Thank you.
He's lying, you're going to be there for 2-3 hours.
Should have like right hand, left foot, right foot.
Yeah. And it's just kind of narrow enough to where it's tough to get down in with a backpack. Did you guys see that cool little slot canyon coming up? There's almost like a little slot canyon coming up. You can kind of climb up into it, and I mean, it's tiny. Like, you got to take off your bag and everything, and it's only like a couple feet, but it's pretty neat.
Was it at the saddle here?
It was when you're kind of in that canyon on the flat path.
On the left side?
Yeah, it'll be on the left when you're going back. It was on the right side coming up.
Okay.
It was pretty cool though. I caught a little light going through, and I was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh wow, with a little one. My wife would have killed me if I did that. That was my original plan.
Yeah. When I was here in January, there was family with like a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old maybe, and then like a 2-year-old. And the 2-year-old was harnessed to the dad with a climbing harness.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
He was like loading off, just like a 5-foot thing. And the kid was having a great time because he just can't go anywhere.
Yeah, and he's tethered.
And it was maybe a 6-foot piece of cord. I was like, that's genius.
Co? No i to trwa właśnie. Really mixed emotions. Yeah.
Yeah, the walking down's gonna be harder than up, maybe.
Yeah. So far I've been smooth with the chains though. That's what I've been liking so far. Hasn't been a lot of waiting.
Yeah, we're complaining about the workout.
I don't remember this corner.
Okay, now I'm listening. Trying to take a shortcut. There's no shortcut.
Good job. Having fun?
User. Good job.
Okay, on your sweatshirt.
It's like the wind stopped completely.
Totally did.
Which is nice. Although now I'm sweating. I wish I had a little bit. But I kind of see that smoke off in the distance and I'm like, let's keep the wind down now.
Which face do you remember? Oh, climbers.
Oh yeah. Nice. That's the one you was talking about.
Który? Tu na tej czerwonej takiej.
I got pictures of one the other day. The guy, I swear, I don't know what the hell he had, but it looked like a tree. And this big white thing, and it looked like a tree that he was hauling up behind him.
Was it like a platform though? Or maybe was it vertical?
It was like a bag, and you could see leaves and stuff coming out of it. I have no clue. And then he had like a tent that was vertical
Okay, so
and
yeah,
stuff.
because then
But,
you used the portal edge thing, right?
yeah,
Yeah, there was a guy coming up behind us.
but it was just like, I was like, what the hell? Is he dragging a tree up there? I have no clue what it was. That's what it looked like anyways.
No i że możesz polegać na tych, wiesz, na tych śrubach, na tych linach. Jak to jest możliwe, nie?
Ja tak jak wiara w Boga. Nikt tego nie potrafi wytłumaczyć.
Probably not gonna walk when we get out of the car tonight. After driving with me.
I'm going right to the hot tub. I'm just straight on.
They're gonna before we drive for sure.
My knee is definitely feeling this. Since we got out of the cold though, it hasn't locked up on me lately.
Pan się zrzucił.
Dude, it was smoky. It would have been so nice in the valleys.
Yeah, it would have been kind of cool if it was just pretty smoky that way and you could have gotten both angles.
Ale generalnie, wiesz, młodzi takiej ludzie, nie? Którzy jak małpy. Nie?
Good job, Tree. Stay alive for the next
Co?
Yeah.
Małpy? Kilowe małpy?
Let me squeeze. Nice work.
Co? Nie, ona tak ten. Myślę, że ma taki. Myślę, że nie.
Cho mấy người đám rồi đi cho mình đi. Quay phòng người.
Beer? Who's got beer?
I got a 6-pack last night. It's waiting for me. I'm taking a cooler to the hot tub. That's a good idea.
That sounds like a great recovery plan.
I know.
Rehydration?
Hydration. You don't need that. Drink yourself till you fall asleep in the hot tub.
Yeah, and then you'll sleep so well.
You will.
I sleep forever.
Guys, you already knew that. Don't talk about this.
It's crazy how those trees are just on the, still like straight up.
Yeah.
We saw a couple like larger trees on top of massive boulders, and it looked like the root had just gone and
Right
Oh,
through
yeah,
it.
just
Well,
Yeah.
it like grew through it, and then the root had to get bigger, so it just
Split the rock more and more, yeah. Whew.
That's a great idea. Yeah, bring your kids, toddlers. Let's thin the herd.
Darwinism.
That's it. It's not evolution. Wasn't meant to be. You're right. Stop.
Going to the spine.
Glad that didn't make that little heart any bigger, because I wasn't planning on hiking it up here in the first place.
Oh, yeah.
I'll head out of this.
You should have paid for a helicopter to fly by. Big banner.
So American. He's Canadian too.
If we were in Canada, I'm like, I know all the helicopter pilots,
So you'd be good to go. Are you guys from Canada then, obviously?
She's living in BC, from Nova Scotia. I'm in Phoenix right now.
Oh, okay. My family's from Kingston, Ontario, so I'm half Canadian. Haven't been to Canada in a while either.
Now we're working.
Friends in Toronto, they just bought some massive house just outside of Toronto. It's like a couple $1 million and it doesn't have a pool. I was like, what is wrong with you guys?
Not even
I know. No.
Wow, it's colder up there, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Where I went to college, we got 8 feet of snow in one day. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hey, even yesterday, we hiked out first thing in the morning, got out at like 1 or 2 o'clock. And it was warm, like 70 maybe.
Yeah, that's like perfect. That's what I'm loving this. This is like perfect. New Mexico, we had a high of 34 a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, right.
And I was like, I went so far to see snow again.
Yeah, and then we met a couple people at the trailhead, and I'm like, yeah, glad it's not 100 out there.
Yeah, I would not want to do this in the summer. Not alone the busyness, just the temperatures.
Better not to die.
Yeah. Yes. Better to not be wrong.
Better be safe than sorry.
Yep. Especially with my knee.
Let's stop here.
Let them go. That's that little 2 feet wide part.
Yeah.
1,000 feet on each side.
I was like, this is what I like.
Yeah, we're coming down from yesterday for a 3-day hike around noon, and it was like 200 people. When we were over there looking down on it, and you could just
You guys stay there, we can go around you.
Yep. Yeah. Come this way.
we'll just
Go ahead. Sorry, I was blocking the path. I was the bad one.
gorgeous coming down it. Good chance.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead. Go ahead. You hold what you want.
No, you're good.
Thanks.
Yep. Oh, look at that. That's pretty sweet.
Is that the daycare?
Yeah, that's the daycare. Throw your kid in there. That's where you hide from the park rangers and sleep out here overnight for sunrise. We're going uphill again.
Yeah, what the hell?
This is uphill both ways.
Welcome to Utah. In the sun on the east and west. So that's the end of Angel's Landing right there. Well, right here, it took me 33 minutes to get down the chains. It's not too busy today, so it wasn't bad. But now it's just the hike down the switchbacks, back and forth, back and forth. So now it's time to go down the switchbacks. So this section when you're in the canyon is actually really gorgeous. It's I mean, right now with the fall, you got all the colors of the leaves and everything else. I got the sun almost right above me coming straight down. It's almost like a slot canyon, but it's obviously a lot wider. It's going down isn't as bad as I thought so far. I just got through the bad switchbacks. So a lot of people bring like Cliff Bars and fancy stuff. I just finished my Doritos, got some chocolate, and some fruit snacks. You can tell I'm not a real hiker. So we are flat again, down back by the river. Going down definitely took a toll on my knee. Not only am I out of shape, which I've mentioned before, I've got a messed up shoulder and a screwed up knee, which doesn't help. But it goes to show that just about anybody can really do this if you take your time, be careful. Saw everything from people that like mountain climb, all the way up to people that like 60s, 70s, you know, and they made it up there. I'm getting a sticker and a patch, and I'm probably even gonna buy a t-shirt, because holy crap, that was a good hike. So the bridge behind me is kind of like the end point. Just crossing that bridge is like, you're done.